Good day, everyone. Good day, viewers. Welcome to another day in my channel. So, today I am going to be giving us some latest detailed news about players that are going to leave various clubs at the end of the season, as the Bundesliga and the EPL has been concluded. As of this week and next week, Serie A and La Liga would also be concluded next week. So players have already planned their new clubs and coaches have already been sacked. Some of them have been appointed, and I'm going to be giving us some of those news in this video. But before I move on, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the videos you see on this channel, and share the videos with your friends and football lovers. Now, moving on, Jude Bellingham is the first person I'm going to talk about. He's a man. He's the one stolen at, Real Madrid have this very, very tradition. This tradition which they claim they snatch away red gems from the transfer windows, and between before you open your eyes and close your eyes, they have become Madrid players. That was the same thing that happened for what they call is Kamavinga. Kamavinga was there was no time when Madrid bought him, and I like the way they do their business, very clean and very fast. And now Jude Bellingham is now going to be the best upon the best midfielders to be transferred this transfer window that is going to be open, or that has been opened. He's going to Real Madrid, and the deal has been signed many weeks ago, and he will be Madrid player as of next season. Madrid has a very, very good squad, and he will be delighted to be able to join that fantastic squad. Although they lost to Manchester City this time around in the Champions League, but that doesn't take away the quality of the team and how they play. So it will be an honor for Jude Bellingham to go into this club, and it will also be an impressive talent. He will bring more of his experience, and also coaches are there. Coach like Ancelotti would try his best in making sure he's being utilized very efficiently. But I have another news. Ancelotti has been linked with various clubs, Brazil, and we have not been clear enough to know if he is going to leave Madrid. It is just a matter of time. But this is the time I will be releasing plenty upon plenty news about this summer transfer, because this transfer is a time we football fans, we football lovers, we watch, would see what will happen, and the unexpected upon the unexpected happens in transfer windows. But the first manager that has been confirmed, the first one has been confirmed to have a new job is Pochettino. Pochettino has been given the Chelsea job. He has been given the Chelsea job until 2026. He would start his job July 1st, and the contract he signed would be up till June 2026. And Frank Lampard have done his bid. He has came to the club the second time and didn't do too well for my assessment. But I'm not here to talk about Chelsea. I'm not here to talk about any performance, because the season is over, and every Chelsea fan will agree with me that this season was awful. And I would agree with you that it was time. It was long overdue for us to stop hearing every weekend, seeing Chelsea break our hearts. But the owners, the boards, they have brought in a new man, and I hope this man, after 4 managers last season, I hope this man can do what these 4 managers did not do. Although one of the managers was sacked on, I don't know why he was sacked. That news still remains unsettled. But moving into the future, Pochettino is now Chelsea's new head coach manager, and he will be taking up this club and would see how best he can manage this team, because Chelsea needs a very experienced manager. And also Pochettino has not been less in experience, but we had other options. But the managing directors, the board, and every other persons in the club, the stakeholders decided to go for Pochettino, and we have gotten him, and he will be the man of the day. That's all I have to say about Chelsea job right now, and I hope he does it very well. As a Chelsea fan, I want to see my club go very, very far next season. I don't want this to repeat himself, and I know every other Chelsea fan out there would also want he also our club Chelsea to move into greater heights. We need to win something next season because we spent a lot of money this last transfer windows and we had nothing to show for it. But I believe this season was a very, very poor season, and I believe we'll be past us in a blink of an eye. Now, another player I'm going to talk about in this video is Jao Cancelo. Jao Cancelo. I know many of us would just remember that name, especially in the commentaries, especially in the Manchester City game. Although he didn't finish the season with Manchester City, he was loaned off to Bayern Munich, and I don't think he will remain there. Bayern Munich, the buy clause price has been placed for 70 million. I don't think Bayern Munich would want to spend that money on him. But there are also other clubs that needs João Cancelo if Manchester City decides to sell, which is up for discussion in later hours of the transfer windows. But for now, João Cancelo is going to come back to Manchester City, and he is going to remain there until he's being sold. And Barca is having interest in him. Real Madrid, I think, would need him for me, but he was once a Madrid player. We don't know if they will go back for him. But also, we need many other clubs are going to come for João Cancelo because he was a very, very exceptional player both this season and last season for Manchester City. Have many of his assists, many of his beautiful plays that gave Erling Haaland the man of the season, the young player of this EPL year 2022/2023 campaign. Erling Haaland, when he came to this, for me, my opinion on Erling Haaland when he came to Manchester City was, I knew he was a very deadly striker. We used to see his performances in Dortmund, but I didn't know he would be this much of a beast. An untamed beast. He was like someone that was being caged in Dortmund. But when he came to Manchester City, he was unleashed. He scored a lot of goals. He scored goals this season that even me I've never seen. He was one of the best, and in fact, he's the best. He won the Golden Boot, and next season we hope to see more of his beautiful plays. But this season is not over for him. He has to take his team, and his team, Manchester City, have two finals, which I think will go down next in few weeks' time. Manchester United is going to face Manchester City in the FA Cup final, and also they are going to face Inter Milan in the Champions League final, which will bring all football close until next season. And then I will give you guys detailed report on summer transfer windows. But I'm just giving you guys hints and rumors of what will happen and what may not happen. Many of these things depends on the decisions made by clubs and players and managers, and these managers may change their mind. Some of them may not. But right now we're talking about Erling Haaland, and he was very exceptional. I don't know how exceptional he would be next season, but I'm believing Pep Guardiola not to be. Pep Guardiola is a coach that doesn't feed. He keeps on glowing and shining, and we hope to see that next season. But I know there will be a lot of competition as Manchester United are looking very good this season. I think they finished top four. They are going to go to the Champions League. We hope to see what they will perform there with their Thunderous club. But I know they are missing one key in Manchester United, and I will bring that back. Manchester United, okay, they won, but they are missing a key. They are missing a striker. Anthony Martial is a very, very injury-prone player. Goes off, go on, doesn't really be consistent in starting his games. But we hope to see and know what will happen. Manchester United will invest. But it all depends on their owners this time around, because every other thing in football depends on how money is being generated, how money is being spent, and how well you spend your money. And money alone doesn't determine if you'll be successful, because you need a very expensive individual, very, very expensive coach as well, very experienced coach as well. In order for you to be able to excel as great clubs. Um, so Manchester United would go for strikers this time around. I think they have one striker. Rumors have it that they will be going for Harry Kane this season, this summer transfer window. Harry Kane may leave Tottenham and move down to Manchester United, but that deal is just impending. He would or he may go. We never can tell. As I said, the summer transfer window is a very, very astonishing time where we hear different news and know different players move. Unexpected things are going to be done. More small decisions about on players and with players are going to be made in this summer transfer window. But another player I'm going to talk about is Alexis McAllister, very creative midfielder, and he has also been snatched from Brighton. And Liverpool happened to be the club he would be going and heading to. News have it that He would leave Brighton and now heads to Liverpool, where he would continue the rest of his career from next season. So I know many of us was astonished. I was astonished by this sudden transfer by Alexis McAllister moving on to Liverpool. I know Liverpool, they really suffered a lot this season. They didn't suffer up to the extent that Chelsea did, but they lacked players and had a lot of injuries in their squad that I think led to those poor form in the mid-season. But right now, they are looking to strengthen that area which they lacked a lot of players from this season. And they have brought in Alexis McAllister. And there has also been news that Cavani would be loaned or signed. There have been news of his future in Liverpool. He may leave the club this summer transfer window. We never can tell, but these are the news on Liverpool players and players to leave their various clubs for now. And also, I'm going to give us one on the latest. Mason Mount. Mason Mount has been linked to move from Chelsea to Manchester United. He has been offered contract, but I'm thinking, news have it that Mason Mount may want to go and play Champions League football. We never know how true that is, but news have it that contract talks with the club has not been successful. Another contract talk was brought up few days ago, and Mason Mount didn't agree to it. So Mason Mount may leave Chelsea. Rumors have it that Liverpool was interested at a certain point, but now targets see it that Manchester United is the club Mason Mount is aspiring for, and he may leave Chelsea depending on his decision. But I'm thinking his decision is to leave the club as of the latest news that I've gotten to our hand. Mason Mount to leave the club and many other Chelsea players. It's just a matter of time. We don't know how this Pochettino reign will be. His staffs have been